Welcome, College of Eastern Idaho students and the Falcon community, so staff and faculty, to our Updates with Lori and Mike show on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. It's going to be a great day.
It already is a great day because we are here doing this show.
That's very true.
This is our second edition since we've come back for the spring semester. So we are super happy to be back in the groove of doing this. We have lots of updates, but as per usual, I have a quote. The quote is short, but then I have a lot of stuff to say about the quote. So the quote is, and it's from Anonymous. I don't know who said this, but it's so good. And it says, quote, "Don't raise your voice, improve your argument." And I think it's such an important idea to remember. I think today we are losing the art of civil discourse with those whom we disagree. So at CEI, it's important to know we welcome a wide array of ideas, thoughts, and political positions. However, we also encourage critical defense of your position. And what this really means is being able to defend why you think what you think with rigorous evidence and the ability to articulate your ideas in a civil and meaningful way. It also means that after you've stated your ideas with civility and with evidence, you're able to critically listen without interrupting what others with differing ideas have to say. So those are really ways to improve your argument without raising your voice. And I think, we at CEI think that those who can master this skill will have a tremendous advantage over those who yell loudly, insult others, and refuse to listen. At CEI, we encourage these kinds of critical conversations from our students in order to bring ideas together and really, at the end of the day, create a better world. So again, all ideas are welcome here, but we really want to encourage that critical discourse and that use of evidence to support your opinion. So I just thought in today's world, that might be a good quote and a good way to start off our show.
Well, thank you for sharing that, Lori. That reminds me, I just shared something on my LinkedIn and Facebook pages about leadership that encourages breaking away from silos. And I really think that this is more evidence of that we work at a place that really does encourage that. So students, you can be heard, and I love the way that you can be heard through this kind of structure and sort of argument. So thank you for sharing that, Lori.
My pleasure.
So this first update is from our General Education Division. We've reserved a classroom for students who are on campus and need a space to do an IWC interactive web conference course in between their face-to-face courses. So who is this? These are students like, let's say you're taking a mix of classes and you don't have anywhere you can go. There's now a room available. Room 502 will be reserved from 8 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday for students to use for this purpose. So that's in Building 5. Students will need to have their own headsets, mics, webcams, and devices to do the IWC course on, like as per always.
Right, for sure.
But this space is reserved for students, so there is a place on campus they can go during the day. We are hopeful this will be helpful for these students taking the IWC courses who are also taking face-to-face classes.
Yeah, so kudos to Dean Sackett for making this happen. There was a need. Students were coming to her and asking her about this, coming to different people and saying, hey, we really need a place we can go, and we made it happen. So that's just a way that we really listen to our students and then try to come up with solutions to help you be super successful. All right, so come and get your ID cards every Wednesday from 9 to 4. You can do this. The final day for spring term is April 14th. If you can't make it, Wednesdays, call 208-524-3000 and push extension 4 and make an appointment. Be sure to bring a government-issued photo ID so you can get your school ID made.
Great. So today is the deadline for applying for graduation. Check your email for info about the steps to apply. There was an email sent just this morning.
All right, so just a reminder that you can find COVID reminders at our website. You can just go to our website and you could just do a search for COVID. It's also at http://cei.edu/COVID-19-information. You can also find updates there. And then Mike put a note from here to ad-lib about COVID, normal COVID reminders. So I will ad-lib now about those normal COVID reminders. Thank you for that reminder, Mike. Anyway, so in all seriousness, be sure you're wearing your mask everywhere. We have been able to really mitigate the spread of COVID on our campus by everybody wearing their masks. Make sure you're practicing that physical distancing. Wash your hands often. All of those things that we've been talking about for, can you believe, a year now? almost a year. It's not quite a year, but almost a year now we've been dealing with this. But at CEI, we have been really fortunate that we, other than the initial close down when everybody went home last March, we haven't had to close our campus at all because of spread. And that's because everybody on campus, faculty, staff, students, are all doing their job. So just keep it up. I know we're getting a little bit weary of it, but hopefully an end is in sight. So let's just keep it up for a little bit longer and keep our campus open.
Along those lines, don't forget about the student concern email. So student.concern@cei.edu email address. And I also put a note to myself to ad lib about that. So the ad lib is this. Please know that if you or if you know of a student that has some kind of food insecurity, housing insecurity, you yourself are having a hard time with classes or students, you're a faculty member, you're having a hard time getting in touch with a student. If there's any kind of a student concern, that's a catch-all. You can send a student concern to that email address. So please take advantage of that. Also, our mental health counseling center is open for business. Our new director, Haley Holland, is available for in-person but physically distanced appointments, but can also provide Zoom appointments if needed. To make an appointment, either visit cei.edu/counseling-center or call 208-535-5622.
All right, thanks, Mike. And Mike, I appreciate your ad lib notations. Helps us make sure we get all.
I'm doing all this like.
That's okay. I like it. It's great. It is ad libbing at its best.
At its worst.
Okay. So the Falcon Food Pantry is open. We are so excited about this. So please contact the Center for New Directions at 208-535-5363 if you're experiencing some food insecurity, and they can help you get what you need.
And it's right on campus.
Yeah.
Room like 528.
So please, if you're hungry, if you're experiencing that food insecurity, visit us, come see us. We want to make sure that we can get you what you need so you can, again, be successful.
Or if you know someone.
Yeah, for sure.
Some financial aid updates. Do you need aid for spring? It's not too late to complete the FAFSA for late 8-week classes for spring or summer 2021 using your 2018 income. FAFSA for fall 2021 and 2022 is open, so don't forget to complete it. The next check release for refunds will be mailed after February 2nd, 2021. Always remember, you can do direct deposit. Drawing from a class or a few classes can affect your satisfactory academic progress. Be sure to check with financial aid before you drop classes to see how you'll be affected.
All right, thanks, Mike. So I have a little bit more on financial aid updates. Withdrawing from all classes will cause payback to your financial aid. Please contact financial aid to discuss your options and potential payback. Really important before you drop all those classes. First-time students, first-time borrowers that have accepted student loans, funds are held for 30 days and will be released after February 11th, and refund checks will be mailed after February 16th. Work-study positions are still available and open. These are great ways to get experience in the field that you're going to be going into. Positions start at $10.50 an hour. Hours range from 10 to 19 per week and are flexible with your class schedules. Please contact financial aid to apply, or for questions, you can call them at 208-535-5447. Scholarships for fall 2021 are due February 12th. Don't forget to apply. February 12th is right around the corner. Hard to believe today is February 1st. So 11 days you have to get those in. Make sure you do that if you're planning on applying. For more scholarship information, you can call 208-535-5616 or go to the financial aid or foundation office.
And I will send out a link to that scholarship application when I send out the email summarizing these updates later today. So from the business office, the 2020 1098T, that's a lot of letters and numbers. Tax information is available. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you gave consent to view your 1098T online, it is available in self-service. If you did not give consent, a paper copy has been mailed to the address that you put on file. Payment plans are available for students who register for Block B classes. So just note that that's still available. And students can sign up for e-refund to receive refunds directly deposited into their checking or savings account. And you can contact the cashier at 208-524-3000, option 4. If you have any questions about 1098Ts, payment plans, or e-refunds.
All right, thanks, Mike. And also keep in mind that we are still registering for Block B classes.
We are.
And they're filling up quickly.
In fact, we'll register right until the start date.
Yep. So make sure if you think you want those Block B classes, you probably should enroll sooner rather than later because they are filling up. It's been a great new program that we're doing, the Block A and Block B classes.
We're thrilled.
We are. All right. And thanks, Mike, to you and your office for making that happen. I know it wasn't easy. All right. Falcon Fest has come to an end, and we hope everyone had a great time during the last 2 weeks. And we'd like to thank everybody for their participation. It was a lot of fun. The Student Senate hopes that everyone was able to have lots of fun with the events and look forward to many more student life activities. All right. We are now excited to announce the Scavenger Hunt winners. All right. Do we need a drum roll? Meyer, $50 Outback gift card. Danielle Gunderson, Google Chromecast. Elena Horrocks, Google Chromecast. Ashley Silvera, Roku Ultra. I have no idea what that is.
Like
see, obviously, clearly, I don't know what that is.
It's like a streaming TV service.
Oh.
What is it?
It's like the Chromecast.
It's like a Chromecast.
Oh, okay. Well, now I know. Learn something every day. Every moment's a learning moment. All right. Brandon Butler, Fitbit Versa 2, and Mason Dennis, HP Chromebook.
And one more.
Oh, and one more. And Lacey States, a Vizio TV. Wow.
Should have led with that one.
I should have. All right. So winners, you can pick up your prizes in Student Affairs office in Building 3. Prizes must be picked up by Friday, February 12th. All prizes from Grocery Bingo must be picked up by Friday, February 12th as well. Please make sure you bring a photo ID when you come to pick up your prizes, because Mike might try to pick it up.
That's right.
We didn't require.
All prizes go to me if it's not picked up by the 12th. No, that's not true.
That's not true. We're just giving Mike a hard time. That's not true at all.
They will go to another student if you don't pick them up by February 12th.
Sure.
So, okay, we're thrilled to announce that Frankie Adams has been approved to be the faculty advisor for Student Senate. Frankie's taught business and marketing for the college for the past 5 years, and she has lots of relevant experience working with student organizations. So we're thrilled to have her on our board. To have her on board. Mike Walker, myself, will be the staff advisor for the Student Senate for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, so we are super excited to have Frankie on board and to have you on board as well, Mike. All right, so we have several vacancies due to December graduations and openings in Student Senate. We have the vice president is open, secretary treasurer. We have several senator positions, one for healthcare, 2 for gen ed, and 1 for mechanical trades. So let's see, we will be filling these open positions at our meeting on Monday, February 1st, 2021, which is today. So please attend the virtual Zoom meeting if you would like to be selected for one of these positions. We will allow any current student to try for a position. The Student Senate voting members will vote on those nominated. Self-nominations will be allowed. We will start with vice president. Students will be allowed to try for multiple positions provided they are eligible based on the program. All credit students can try for vice president and secretary treasurer. So the vice president gets full tuition, a full tuition waiver. The secretary treasurer gets half tuition waiver. And then all of the senators get $250 for their first semester. And if they stay on for the second semester, then they get a $500 waiver. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct.
All right.
Watch your email, because that's where you'll get the Zoom link. We are meeting in person as well as Zoom for the Student Senate, but we don't want to encourage spread. So because we have a bunch of people coming via to see if they can be selected, right, we'll send that invite to the whole student body with the Zoom link. So join the Zoom link today, and that will go out today. Okay. Those are all of our updates. So I have an intro for our wonderful guest today. We'd like to invite Effie Hernandez to come join us in the hot seat. So Effie Hernandez earned a bachelor's degree in 2016 from the University of Idaho in organizational science with a minor in American Indian Studies. She's currently pursuing a master's degree in educational leadership with an emphasis in higher education from Idaho State University. And I do like that because I also got a degree, not from Idaho State, but in the same field. Effie worked for the University of Idaho in recruitment from 2016 to 2019, and today marks 2 years in CEI in recruitment, admissions, and now multicultural. So welcome, Effie Hernandez. We're so happy to have you on our show today.
And she kind of came in at short notice too, so we really appreciate you doing that as well.
It was so nice. Thank you. Yeah, okay, so Effie, I'll have the first question, and I'm very excited to ask this question because I already know what the answer is.
I do not know what the answer is.
She doesn't. So Effie, please tell us about your background and experience, and tell us how you got here.
Okay, well, this is a great story. So I believe it was the year 2019. Honestly, I don't remember the year, but Mike Walker, this was the first time.
I think it was 2018, actually.
Yeah, 2018. Mike Walker came to University Place, which is where I was working for the University of Idaho. He was talking to a coworker of mine, and Mike, being Mike, for those of us who know him, was like, "Oh, that's so nice to meet you. I'm really excited for the work that you're doing. I really hope you come to work for us at CEI one day," right in front of my U of I coworkers. So it was really great. Obviously, it worked because I'm here.
Yay!
Yeah. So that was my first initial meeting with Mike Walker, and I'm here.
It took some additional pressuring too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I got, yeah, well, it was really nice coming into CEI with knowing some people here already. Yeah. So it was a nice transition, and everyone's great. I love it here, 2 years and many more.
Yeah, I'm so thrilled to hear that.
Yeah. All right, so Effie, tell us about multicultural. What does it mean? And tell us specifically what it means for CEI.
Yeah. So multicultural, I mean, if you were to look it up, it supports cultural, different ethnicities for a lot of different groups. And so being a first generation student, being from a reservation here in Fort Hall, just knowing a little bit firsthand of how important it is to have a home away from home when you are going into education, because you're in a new environment and sometimes you don't know anybody, but also you tend to find people who have similar backgrounds, you have similar stories. And that's what I'm really excited to bring here to CEI, a home away from home, for our faculty, staff, and our students to feel inclusive, to feel that they made a great decision of coming to CEI for their education and to continue on higher education, and us being their pathway for that. And so being a support and being a Falcon family.
Well, I love it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's great. So you're leading a new department, a one-person department. So this is a new experience for you. So what has that experience been like, and what are you learning?
So being a department of one is new. And it's definitely given me an opportunity to be more of a leader. Those were some of my goals when I first started here at CEI. Always been a team player, always worked well with others, but giving the opportunity to be a leader to those who I can help support, who I can help encourage to do better, to do more, is something that is new to me. And so I'm really excited to see what I can bring to CEI in this new position. This is new to the college, but I'm hoping that with my experiences from working in multicultural recruitment before, I can now implement that here and to continue on what we can do here at CEI and for our students.
Thank you. That's great.
Yeah. All right, Effie, can you discuss with us where you would like to see your department in 5 years and in 10 years?
Well,
pull out that crystal ball.
You still want to be a part of one.
Well, my personal goals is to finish my master's. So I have a year and a half left for that. And I really hope to be a director of multicultural recruitment here for CEI. I think, again, that's something that we need here. It's something that we're working on. I shouldn't say it's something that we haven't had. We've always had that. But having someone who really wants to push forward and to see what else we can do to implement new relationships. So with the Shoshone-Bannock tribes,
for sure,
with the Hispanic Youth Leadership Summit, with Commission of Hispanic Affairs. So there's so many things that we've really gotten the opportunity to be part of, and there's just so much more we can do. And I'm really excited. Again, it's just baby steps. We're continuing to grow as CEI, and I think this is a perfect opportunity to also grow this department. So a lot of changes to come, and I'm really excited to see what I can do to help our faculty, staff, and students, because we're a family, and we have huge support for everybody and each other. So
I have a quick follow-up question that I meant to ask you. So tell me about the diversity committee real quickly.
Yeah, so we just established a diversity committee for the college, and we have our mission statement created, ready to go to be implemented in the student handbook and to the faculty and staff handbook. So right now it's just a small committee of what we would like to implement for the future, and we would hope this becomes a club, student ran, and to see more changes to come to help our students feel, again, that home away from home experience, and also to help our faculty and staff. I know that we are all student-centered here, but sometimes we forget those who are in the back behind the curtain. And
Sure.
and so again, this is for everybody to feel included and to see what they would like to bring to campus. I know that we all have ideas and thoughts and things we want to try, but it's their voice too.
Sure.
So that's what we hope to bring.
I think it's so important for students and faculty and staff to bring all of their identity to the table and to bring whatever they are to work. We want everyone to feel included, whatever that may be.
For sure. And it's not certainly all of our students, but many of our students are what I would call, they live in the margins, right? They live on the margins, and that might, and that can be anybody. It can be any background, any religious background, anything like that, but they might be living on the margins. So this committee would be, and your office would be for the inclusivity of those people who are living on the margins, bring them out of the margins, bring them into the mainstream and make them feel like they are part of the family.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
No, and again, we hope to, within that 5 to 10 year plan, I forgot to add with this diversity committee, I've been working on a project for a unity center. So again, we are all united. Again, this is for everyone to feel included. This is for everyone to kind of just take back and put college classes aside, but come and relax and just be involved and meet new people, meet everybody here that's supporting you into your future goals. Again, whether it's faculty, staff, students, we're all here to support each other and to make sure that you continue on to your pathway.
Great. Oh, do I have the next question?
Oh yeah, no, I was just smiling because I liked it.
I do too. Oh no, I think you have the next question.
Oh, do I?
You do.
I'm sorry. What are the pressing needs for multicultural students?
So I think one of the things that I'm seeing is, again, with this diversity committee, what can we bring to the table for our students? I sometimes feel that students, like you said, they're in the margins. Sometimes we're scared to kind of speak out. Sometimes we're a little shy. We don't know where to start. So sometimes it just takes that one person to make that first initial move for everyone else to start being involved. And I think that happens with everything, right? So whether it be Falcon Fest with the small events, other students start participating, then the more we want to see that. So for multicultural, I think it's starting with this diversity committee and then seeing what students' needs are. Again, it's their voice that we need to hear. There's only so much we can do, but that's because what we know is just what we know. So if any students or any other faculty and staff have ideas, have thoughts, they can always email me. They can always give me a call and say, this is what I would like to see on campus. So that's what, again, this diversity committee is for, is to start seeing who wants to use their voice to see what we can start implementing in the next year.
So I have a follow-up question, and I apologize for it if it throws you off. I hope it doesn't. But it just occurred to me, that I wanted to ask it. So you have worked in multicultural and in recruitment for a long time, at 2 different institutions now, and you also had a student experience at University of Idaho as a diverse student as well. So tell me, what from that experience would you like to see brought to CEI as like a one-day goal?
I think, so my experience was in high school. So I think reaching out to the high school students to see what their goals are. And I know with recruitment, we are already doing that now, but what else can we do more? And so that honestly helped me get into the University of Idaho. I did a Native American summer program for 6 weeks, and that helped me decide that U of I was my institution.
Oh, wow.
And so that was an opportunity.
So like a summer bridge type program?
Yeah, so it's called HOIST, Helping Orient Indigenous Student and Teachers. So that program had us students living in dorms, which we don't have, but that's okay. But eating our food here that we serve. Also going to class, we did a math and English course, and we also got to partake. There was a survey involved with the HOIST program, so it helped determine what your interest was. So I got to work in the College of Natural Resources, and I got to work with invasive species and fish. So I think having maybe a multicultural bridge program to really encourage our Hispanic and Native American populations, and of course others that we serve here in Idaho Falls, to really engage what college can be like. And I know we have other programs too. We have our bridge and early college. But what else can we bring to them that's a little bit more focused to their needs and to make it fun and exciting?
Yeah, that's
awesome.
Really great.
Yeah, really great. All right. Why is multicultural recruitment a key part of an overall recruitment and admission strategy for College of Eastern Idaho? You touched on that a little bit already, but yeah, let's just delve deeper in that.
So I think I'll give you two perspectives. So my personal perspective is it brings culture to the campus. So being on the Fort Hall Indian Reservation, I get to bring culture here to work. People comment on my beadwork. I get to show a little bit of myself and what we can bring because it's another perspective. But also from a professional perspective too is, again, being a listener to that voice. So our students, our faculty, our staff. So hearing their experiences and being that support system. I think that's one of the biggest things that we can really do for everybody here. And we get to hear stories, and that's one of the biggest things in Native American territory is a lot of our stories come from learning from our elders, and everyone has a story, whether it be good, whether it be sad, funny. We come from different backgrounds, and again, it's bringing culture because there's so many people who represent that here where we serve. So
awesome.
I completely agree, and I think it's so important to think of. This is the overall strategy is we want everyone to come, right? So we have to reach out to everyone, and we have to find ways to do that. And I think that's what's so important about multicultural and why we really, when we were first discussing this as a separate department, how we wanted to move forward with it. And I'm really pleased to see what we've done so far in just 3 short months, and also what's going to continue to happen. We have some great comments. I'd love to have them featured. So John Detweiler, thank you, John. I love your energy, Effie. You work in the area of multicultural endeavors. Your work in the area of multicultural endeavors is wonderful. So proud to know you. Thank you, John. And I don't know if you want to respond.
Yeah, thank you.
And then we have Brooklyn Stuckey, who says, I can't wait to go here. Well, you can't wait to have you.
Well, we're excited for you to come here, Brooklyn.
For sure.
And did you have something else you wanted to add, Effie?
No,
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Again, if anyone has any questions, I serve so many different people in missions with the help of so many other team members, and we're here to serve you and our community, and just building our relationships, building our resources for everybody to make sure that everyone's feeling included. So again, faculty, staff, students, we're here, and that's why we are CEI, right? CEI is for being that change.
That's right. So, and for everybody in our community.
Yeah.
For sure.
100% agreed. Yeah. What advice do you have for both multicultural students and any students?
Yeah.
I think one of the biggest things is to don't be afraid to express who you are. Yeah. Coming from a personal standpoint, you are who you are, and that's amazing. Continue being that. Don't ever be afraid to ask questions. I think that's another thing that
really good.
That's a quote we should put up there. You are who you are, and that's amazing.
Yes, it is.
But don't be afraid to ask questions. No question's a dumb question. I sometimes have to remind myself because I catch myself saying, I have a dumb question, and it's not true. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Going along with the questions. Yes. We're all here to learn. We learn every day, as we pointed out earlier in our conversations, and there's so many resources available. Again, it just continues you to step out of your comfort zone and to learn what's out there and what's available. And I think that's one of the biggest things I had to learn as an undergrad and even as a master's student. We're students here at this table, so
yep.
All
3 of us.
Yeah, reaching out, asking for help when needed, and you have so many other people who have shared experiences. So don't be scared to share your story because we all have one, and so. Just reach out and let us know what we can do.
I love that of sharing your story and reaching out when you need help. And I don't know if I've shared this or not. I think life is so crazy right now. If I've shared this before on the show, I'm sorry. But so my doctoral program started up again about 2 weeks ago. And 1 week into it, my work here, there was just so much going on. I was like, I just don't know. I don't know that I can do this. And so I reached out to one of my professors, and it was really hard for me because sometimes I like to think I have it all together, and I don't. None of us have it all together all the time. And so I reached out and was very frank with him and just said, here's what I'm struggling with. Here's my workload. I'm not sure I can do it. And he was so understanding. He shared his own personal experience. He had just finished his doctoral work 2 years prior, and he went through he had a very stressful job, kind of went through the same. At one point, just thought he wasn't sure he was going to be able to continue. Gave me some pointers of what I could do, and then also said, just anytime you're struggling, reach out and we will make adjustments as we need to, but you will get through this semester. And so had I not reached out, I either would have just really struggled, or, I don't know if I would have actually stepped away, but it was so good to have that conversation with him, and then has opened up a lot of dialogue between us for further conversation. So really reach out and tell your story, talk. So really good advice.
Yeah, we are here and we're here to listen.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, those are awesome things to be said. I just have one last question. Anything else that we should add? Is there anything that we didn't mention or that we forgot?
That was my question, Mike.
I stole the question and I'm going to retract it.
Stole my question.
Lori answer it.
Okay, Effie. This is gonna be such a surprising question for you. Anything else that you would like to add that we should know?
I just want to say that, we are here, we are listening. So if you have any questions in regards to what we have here at CEI, please let us know, because this is an amazing place to come. And if you're unsure, we have people here to help you and talk your way into learning about what we have here. And please don't hesitate to reach out to us, because this is a great place to be. I'm 2 years strong, so I'm continuing.
2 years today.
So
I love it.
Please reach out to me if you have any questions or anything.
And we want to hear your story.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for another edition of our Facebook Live show and Facebook and YouTube Live. And so updates. If you have a better name, please send it along. We'd love to come up with a better name for this show.
That's not such an exciting
updates.
Name. Updates. Well, thank you.
Good afternoon with Lori and Mike. I'm just kidding. And Effie.
We are so glad you tuned in today. Thank you so much. Remember, practice your civil discourse. We need more of that in this life.
We do.
Yeah. So thanks so much. And we will see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Bye.